Today, I will be talking to you about mycorrhizal fungi and its association with Geranium sylvaticum and why this association is important for geranium specifically. And so first of all, how do fungi even help plants? There's so many different species that do so many different things and they look different. So how are they being in association with plants? Well, the hyphae, these orange hyphae coming from our right, are coming in contact with the roots of the plant in white from our left, and they're giving each other nutrients. So the hyphae in the soil are able to grab onto nutrients that the plant can't get, then the plant gives the fungi extra nutrients it can't get as well. And so we know that this association leads to plants doing better. So they will grow bigger, their leaves will be bigger, they'll have more flowers, and in geranium, this can be really important because it is gynodioecious, which means that it has separate female and then hermaphroditic plants. And here we can see a hermaphroditic flower with the purple anthers on the outside and the stigma in the center. And those purple anthers are what hold the pollen. So this flower has those male anthers with the pollen and that female stigma in the center, which has actually opened up here and is ready to get pollen. And so these hermaphroditic flowers, when they produce seeds, they don't produce seeds as well as just the female flowers do from the female plants that don't have any male parts. And so when thinking about fungi and how they could be helping these plants, we can ask a question of, if a plant is associated with fungi, will its seeds then do better? Like, will they end up germinating better? So in gynodioecious plants, again, we have a female plant with no male parts, and then we have a hermaphroditic plant. And so, like I was saying, the seed production in these different ways of pollination, you can have your female flower from your female plant that has no male parts and your hermaphrodite coming together, but you also have different combinations, and these can make it so different kinds of seeds are produced of the same species, geranium, but they can do better than one another depending on where they got their pollen from. And so here, it's just a nice little animation, a little bumblebee coming by, and you can see clearly this male flower and how it has both pollen and pollen receiving parts, and then this female flower that only has pollen receiving parts. And so we know that it makes the plants bigger, but we also actually know now that it can make the seeds bigger, and that this relationship with fungi enacts epigenetics to start happening in the plant. So the plant's offspring will do better if it's associated with fungi than if it wasn't. And so in seeds, we can clearly see this from different research projects that people have done with plants with fungi and that don't. They have seen that not only do plants do better with the fungi, but that the seeds from those plants do better. And so this relationship between how big seeds are and the amount of epigenetics that is happening in this plant can be measured by the proportion of methylated DNA in each of these seeds. So here we can see as the seeds get bigger, the amount of DNA that is methylated or the amount of epigenetics happening is getting larger. So, or a more positive relationship. And this is a really awesome thing that is happening for geranium. So these hermaphroditic plants that might be self-fertilizing, even though they're doing that, the fungi is actually helping their offspring do better in the end. So thank you for watching this video on why geranium's association with mycorrhizal fungi is so important, and I hope you've learned a little bit more about plants and fungi and why the symbiotic relationship is essential to both the plant doing better and surviving, and its offspring surviving, and also the fungi benefiting too. And this video was based on a paper that was done by Sandra Varga and Carl D. Salisbury, Paternal Arbuscular Mycorrhizal Fungal Status Affects DNA Methylation in Seeds. Thank you.